In the boring world of dashcams, here's something really fresh: Akaso Trace 1 to record both in front of the car and inside. And here we are testing the microphone quality of the Akaso Trace 1. I think it's a good microphone. You can hear the quality as it is inside the car. The current speed is around 80 kilometers per hour. That's about 50 miles per hour. Crisp and clear. And in terms of quality, to me it sounds like it's better than most of the other dash cams of this price range. Akaso are presenting the Trace 1 as a perfect solution for Uber drivers. Uber is banned in some countries, and of course potential customers are way more than that. Note that for optimal footage you will have to mount it on the opposite side of the driver, otherwise the driver will apparently conquer most of the scene. By the way, I'm very glad to see you. My name is Michael, and that's the Tech for All channel, the place where we review cool tech. This camera was on my to-do list for months, actually being deployed in the car for a few weeks, and yes, I will show you some comparisons to other more expensive models, and successively we will explore the hardware, the software and the features, and we'll talk about the experience and summarize the strengths and weaknesses. And of course, throughout the review there will be a lot of samples. The retail box, as usual, Akaso are offering outstanding package. Most of the remarkable specs are shown on the box itself. A good long cable is in place, and also a suction-based mount. No sticking is needed, which makes it sort of quick release capable. The obvious big difference to the majority of dashcams is the availability of a lens on both sides. On the front we have the primary module, capable of recording in 1080p up to 60 frames per second, and the rear car-facing lens delivers footage that is recorded again in Full HD but in 30 frames per second, however it is black and white. You can switch the inside module off, and if both of them are working together, both cameras record in 1080p 30 fps and the 60 frames per second option is unavailable. Some tech specs: dual Sony Starvis sensor, 170-degree wide-angle lenses, gravity sensor, a battery inside to maintain recording for 20 minutes, and 4 infrared elements to support proper night vision for the inside-facing camera. It seems to be a good decision because anyways, colors would only worsen the image quality. The mounting procedure is rather easy, with the exception of the port. I somehow expected that there will be possibility to connect the power to the mount itself, but that's not the case here, and while the port placement is chosen to be at a place where it will stay discreet, it's not optimal, especially if you decide to use a hot wire kit, which, by the way, is not part of the set, as with most dashcams. I used an old one and can state that the parking mode works very well. If you use the standard cigar charger, then the installation is even easier. Pick a suitable location on the windshield, attach, find a good way for the cable, connect, you're all set. Moving on with the features and the menu navigation, that big screen is not touch, so we stick to hardware buttons. Certainly this is not bad, in fact I still tend to like it more. The menus are very intuitive and understandable, and I somehow think this is powered by a Novatec chipset, but it's just a guess. The camera menus let you configure things like preferred recording resolution, the file length, sensitivity of the G-sensor. There's a setting menu which lets you choose the language, the date, timestamp, and things of that sort. Obviously not many picture controls are available, but even with the defaults, it's fine. The dashcam is designed to be fully automatic. As soon as you start the engine, recording starts. Switching off the engine stops the recording. With a hardwired kit and parking mode on, the camera will record data should it sense some movement. And all that will be recorded on the SD card, which can be of capacity of up to 128 gigs. If the card becomes full, the oldest recordings will get deleted, so no maintenance from your side is required. Now, we shall talk about the quality and reliability, and you can see the footage looks good. Around 12 megabits per second are standard bitrate for a dashcam, so you will probably agree with me that it delivers decent quality. Of course distorted, but the 170-degree lens is expected to act like that, and in return pays off with a very wide field of view. Very good low light performance, and I'm glad to see such good footage. Even side by side with much more expensive device, it's hard to see a big difference. No freezes, no issues at all. That's my feedback after a month with this dashcam. I actually think that marketing it as suitable for Uber drivers or taxi drivers is narrowing down the potential customers too much, because this is an excellent dashcam that can be of good use to anyone. Not too smart. Voice commands, Wi-Fi and smartphone app are missing. And if we don't count the awkward port for the cable, it is very reliable, well-performing device with the right set of features to satisfy an average to a not too demanding consumer. That's all that matters about the Akaso Trace 1. Big thanks to Akaso for providing the test unit. As usual, a link with discount is available in the description below the video. Drive safely, watch your back, and I'll see you around. Cheers!